Okay, hi Elise, hello. So for today, it's just generally very free and easy because you can just just like leave it and then you can just join us because I'm recording hang on. Okay, because I'm recording this chat, so if it is not streamed, I can always put it up later on YouTube. So don't worry about that. But thanks for trying, and yeah, we'll just see how the streaming goes. Okay. So yes, so the topic today is you are going to ask me questions. You can ask me about web novel, and you can ask me about myself. I will answer if I can. Okay. So yeah, just go ahead, fire away. Then after that, we will read out from a couple of passages from a couple of books. However, all the authors who asked me to read are not here today. So yeah, it's really weird. So anyway, okay, so Isuji is asking, what is your ideal type of husband? Yes, Alahiza can ask anything. If I want to, I will reply. If I want to, okay? So what's my ideal type of husband? Okay, I was just talking about this with the other female editors a couple of weeks ago. It's quite funny. So when I was like younger, in my 20s, the kind of husband I wanted was like, he had to be a musician and he had to be those like, very like romantic types, with like who can play music with like long hair. And then like, he must be very like handsome and he must be very like emo. Then as I got older, I realized that these musicians are usually broke. so now actually the kind of guy I'm looking for, I usually prefer funny guys. I prefer guys who are responsible and who are um they must be kind-hearted, of course. So now looks are not important to me at all. What I'm more concerned about is the guy's personality. Now that I'm in my 30s, like I've met all kind of guys. I've been with some different types of guys. So it's my tastes have changed. So when I was younger, I was very silly, I was very shallow. But then now that I'm older, in my 30s, yeah, the kind of husband I'm looking for is he has to be kind-hearted, he has to be funny, he has to be responsible. So yes, hi, my number 20. Thanks for joining.
Hi.
Yes, so now we're doing the EMA, the Ask Me Anything portion of it. So you can ask me any questions about web novel, about your novels, about anything. You can ask me about my personal life as well. I will answer if I can. If it's something that is really like I cannot answer, then I will say so. Don't worry. So just go ahead and ask. Okay. So yes, go daddy. You're right. Handsome rich CEO. Yes. I don't want a refrigerator husband. I just want a normal husband. Oh, by the way, an author told me the other day something quite funny. She thought that I was married with kids, and I'm not. So just to clarify, I'm not married with kids. I have a hamster, and I have I have a group of friends that we're all single. We're all very close. So yeah, I am not married. And I am not seeing anybody. I my last boyfriend was last year, and we broke up because he wanted to get very serious, and I still wanted to do stuff like travel and enjoy myself. So yeah, we broke up. So yes. Oh my god, I'm saying so many personal things today, but okay, it's fine. Yes. So next question. What? Okay, Scarlet Shine asks, what is the most funny and embarrassing thing I have done to date? Okay. I will answer this because it's a funny story, and my friends still make fun of me. So I didn't drink when I was younger. I didn't drink alcohol. I only started drinking when I was in my late 20s, I think. So when I first started drinking, I overdid it. So what happened was my friend put a bunch of gummy bears into a Tupperware, and she poured in vodka or rum. I can't remember which one. So she soaked the gummy bears in like rum, I think. So I ate the gummy bears and they were like very sweet. So I just ate a lot of them. And then I got super drunk and I totally blacked out. And the next morning when I woke up, my pants were gone. Like I couldn't find my pants. I don't know where my pants were. So I was like, yeah. So until today, I don't know what happened. But I was at home safe and sound. I don't know how I made it home safe and sound. So yeah, that was one of the funniest. Yes. The thing that Dum Dum posted, the gummy bears. Yeah, yeah. That was exactly what I had. So the gummy bears, like went from like this really small gummy bear to like they were huge because they were soaked in alcohol, and they were so sweet. So you didn't realize how strong they were. So you're just like eating, and then I was after that I couldn't remember the rest of the night. I just like I completely blacked out. So yeah, that was funny and embarrassing, and I still don't know how I got home. So yes, ICG is right. Life is too short for pants. Yes, okay. So next question. Again, you can ask about web novel, you can ask about your novels, you can ask about yourself, you can ask about me. I will answer if I can. Okay, today is yes. I heard somebody saying something. Yes. Who was that? My novel 20. No, I have not read the. Oh, sorry. Are you asking if I have read out the passages yet, or are you asking I have read your novel yet? Okay. I have read the first few chapters because when we first started out at web novel, Sunny gave us a bunch of books to read to get familiar with the platform, and your novel was one of them. So I did read it back when I first started, but I have to tell you that I've read hundreds of books, so I don't quite remember every detail, but I do remember that yours was very unique because all the editors were talking about it, and then we were saying about how your title is unique and your plot is unique, and then we were wondering how it was going to happen, like how was because I think if I'm not wrong, your female lead married the younger brother when he was 12, right, in order to save the family or something. So yeah, it was yes. So we were talking about it, and yeah. If I remember correctly, then yes. So that's your answer. Isuji is asking, would I rather eat something I hate or play a game that I hate? Game as in video game or like or sports, like like badminton or something. Video game. Okay. I have something to confess. I have no idea about video games because I have a very addictive personality. So I know that I tend to fall into obsessions. I tend to get very obsessive about things. So I don't do something if I know that I'm going to get addicted. So I've not really tried video games. Uh, there's actually a funny story, as in I met a group of friends when I traveled to the US for the first time. I met a group of online friends, and then one of them was telling me that she had this job, and then I was wondering but she was very secretive about the job, so I didn't know what it was, so she refused to say where she worked or anything. So one day she was like, okay, Islinda, I'm ready to tell you about my job. I was like, oh, what is it? I thought it was like some CIA crap or something, I was like, what? And then she told me, okay, I'm going to tell you my job, but don't tell anyone, okay? I was like, yeah, sure, what is it? And she said, my job is I work for Blizzard. And I was just looking at her like, what's that? And she was like, you don't know what Blizzard is? And I was like, no. Yes. And everybody was looking at me like I was some psycho. And then I was like, okay, so so what, what is Blizzard, So yeah, that was probably embarrassing too, as in I didn't know what was Blizzard. I didn't know what the big deal Blizzard was. So yeah, so I have a friend who works at Blizzard, so um yes, so that sorry, I didn't really answer my your question. So I think I would rather play a game that I hate because I'm also quite particular about food. If I hate food, I really hate something. Like I don't like bean sprouts and I don't like durian. I can't stand these two things. So my friends always joke that they will make me eat these two together on my birthday, or they'll give me a cake made of bean sprouts and durian on my birthday. So yeah, it's quite weird. So yes. Okay. Did I miss any questions? Let me see. Okay. No, I didn't miss any questions. So anyone else has anything to ask? Please come. Go ahead. Yes, Kat. Ask away.
Me?
Yeah, I heard you laughing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was laughing at what they were saying in here. I
Oh,
have a
okay.
very addictive personality. We're addicted to. Sorry, I didn't even realize I was unmuted. I was
Oh
typing
no.
on working on my novel in the background. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sure, sure,
I was
sorry.
listening though. I
Okay,
was
okay.
reading.
Yeah, continue to write. Sorry. Okay, so since no one is asking questions, maybe I'll just talk very briefly about my background. So yeah, before web novel, I actually worked in a couple of different jobs. So I've actually been working since I was 15. Like when I was 15, I just went to work at fast food because I wanted to like buy my own stuff. So, oh yeah, Kit Kat, right? So we have that in common. So I've been working since I was 15 years old. And yeah, so I've been working like at fast food places, at music stores, at Starbucks, at cafes, at bookshops. So yeah, it's like tons of different places. So I've met all kinds of crazy people. I've met all kinds of I've met all kinds of crazy people, psychotic people, nice people, weird people. Let me see who else. If you want, I can tell you about my friend who is an adult baby. So, um, it's I don't know whether you guys are interested in hearing this kind of stories, but yeah. So I met a lot of really weird people. So yes, an adult baby. Okay, let me explain what an adult baby is. Okay, so here's the story. I was going to the States for the first time to visit my friends. And then so we were talking about staying together, like sharing a hotel room in Chicago. So we were all like, talking about booking the room and who's gonna sleep with who in which bed and everything. So one of my friends, like, she emailed me separately, and she was like, "Hey, Islinda, I have something to tell you." I was like, "Oh, what is it?" Have you heard of this thing called an adult baby? Then I was like, what? What is that? And she was like, well, an adult baby is this thing where certain people have like this kink where they like to pretend to be babies, like they wear baby clothes and they like um they wear diapers and stuff. And then I was like, okay, what's this? And then I was like, why are you telling me this? And then she was like, oh, because I'm going to bring some of my baby clothes with me on the trip. I was like, what? so, so that was like really, really weird. And I was so freaked out. I was like, oh, okay. But I was trying to pretend that, I wasn't freaked out. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess whatever. I mean, I wasn't trying to king shame her. So I was like, oh, okay, sure. I mean, whatever makes you happy, as long as you don't make me take part in it or you don't make me like watch it, I'm fine, do whatever you want. So yes, exactly, Isuji, I regretted moving choices. I was like, oh damn, I should have gotten my own room. So yeah, actually, since you guys are asking about like how would the clothes fit, there is legit a market for this. Okay, if you search adult baby clothes, or you search like adult baby slash diaper play or whatever, there is a market. Like there are shops that sell these things to people. Like they sell adult baby clothes, they sell like onesies, they sell yeah, it's really, really weird. It's like like it totally opened like a can of worms for me. It was something that I had no idea about. Yeah, but it was like so interesting that that my friend actually informed me about this. So yeah, so that's the story about how I met my friend, the adult baby. So yes, and if you look at her, like she's a woman in her 40s, and like if you look at her, she looks like a school teacher, or she looks like a librarian. Yeah, so you would not think that she's into this kind of like kinky stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's people are interesting. Like they look a certain way, but they may be into different. Yeah, that's right. Never judge someone by their looks. So yeah, my number 20, you can actually look it up. You can Google it. I suggest putting on your incognito search or putting on your safe search. You're going to see a lot of like weird stuff. So just like be careful when you Google it. Don't do it at work or school. So yes. Okay. So yes, sorry. So I was talking about my background. So yeah, I've worked in many places. But before this, I was working at a university. I was working at the National University of Singapore. I was there for quite a long time, and I did communications and marketing for the music school, the music department there. So if you ask me about classical music, I probably know a lot of things that I don't want to know or I want to forget. So it's all useless information. So yes. So that is my background. Okay. So yes, any other questions that you guys have? Cindy, I'm not only cool, but I have a good personality. Right. Sure. And pigs fly. Yes, slaps for Cindy. I said and pigs fly. If pigs are not flying, that means I don't agree. Okay, so any more questions? Personal questions, web novel questions, your novel questions. So my novel 20 says I didn't know about hentai, manga, cosplay until I joined Authors Discord. No, Cindy, I'm not gonna answer your questions. You are not cool. And you are not awesome.
You
I
are a
know that's your
fried egg.
question. Yes, you are a fried egg. And you know what happens to fried eggs? They get eaten. Okay, so if you guys have no more questions, I'm gonna go on to the reading passage. Any more questions? This is really your last chance to ask, huh?
Tinda,
Yes.
you can skip mine. Like I gave you it on time, so you can skip mine.
You sure? Because I have it open already.
Okay, yeah. Then if you want to read it, it's fine. I thought it would be a hassle for you. Like I gave you just an hour before. That's why.
It's fine.
But okay, then fine.
Yeah, I'll just read it out. Okay, so since we are done with the question and answer thing, and no one please answer Cindy because that question is stupid. Uh, okay, so we are now going to do the reading passage. So give me a minute. Okay. So the first book that I'm going to read is called My Wife is a Goddess, 99 Secret Kisses by Flo 07. So this is one of her new books. So I suggest you read it. It's really good. So this is the book, and we are going to read let me see, chapter 92. So I will just screenshot and put it here so that you guys can see it. Okay. You want to do an AMA for Chloe? Chloe, I have so much dirt on her. Ha ha ha. Okay, yes. Yes, actually, I will not divulge information about the other editors. I'm happy to talk about myself, but for the other editors, yes, you can ask them directly, and you can ask Chloe if she wants to do an AMA. It's up to her whether she wants to or not. But yes, the other editors are very nice, so you can just ask them directly. But I won't say anything about them. I'll just talk about myself. Okay. So let's read out this passage for Flo 7's book. Okay, so he is better because he lives an honest life and he works hard for himself and for me. And look at you. Your father is rich and you were pampered since you were little. And that made you think you were king of the world. You never study hard and you never try to improve yourself. You waste your precious time doing nothing. You hang around with your useless friends who will never help you when you need help. And you waste your father's hard earned money as if they are nothing. Useless and overconfident people like you just piss me off. Go out and try to look for a job. Try to be a real man. You will see life isn't a bed of roses and how hard it is to earn money. But will you do it? Do you have enough sense of pride to do it? Or do you think you will sit on your father's chair one day and do company work? Don't tell me you know how to handle office work. If you don't, I suggest you start learning before it's too late. Xuelin told him her piece and then stepped on his left foot. She was wearing a moderate heel. It hurt like hell. Lin Tingfeng groaned and bent down. As he let go of her shoulders, Xuelin quickly moved away from him and bumped into Louis. Okay, so my Flo 07 asked me to read this chapter, sorry, this passage. and I really like it. I think it shows the female lead Xuelin being very straightforward and just telling off somebody, giving him a piece of her mind. So I haven't read up to this far yet. So but from what I can tell, yeah, she's this person is like obviously coasting through life, and oh, TT, you can't enter. I already opened the permissions. Wait, hang on, let me check. Huh? Can you enter? Okay, there you are. Okay. So yeah, so this person I think was generally I mean, you know, these type of people, right? You know, their father is like a huge like CEO or businessman, and then the sons are like, you know, generally like trying to coast on their father's coattails, you know, or like, you know, they have an easy life, so they think very highly of themselves. So yeah, maybe Flow 7, you want to just like talk to us about this scene?
Well, if you think about Shrilin,
Mm-hmm.
she is someone that she never regrets.
Hmm.
She learns from her mistakes, and not only from her mistakes, she looks at other people, and when they experience something bad or when they make mistakes, she learns from them too. And she had a hard life for herself and she fights for it.
Mm-hmm.
And when she sees that her classmates who don't fight for themselves or they're having easy life
Mm-hmm.
just because their family pampers them, or not only pampers them, but they also waste money, waste time, waste their precious time, but they have the opportunity to do something for themselves, for their family, and for the society. And she hates it that they have the opportunity, but they don't do it. And that's why, though she knows that maybe it won't help or maybe they won't listen to her, but she still tells her classmates that you should do something good, not for yourself but also for the people around you.
Hmm.
And she is
Yes.
very wise.
Yes, I agree with you because like we were saying earlier, right? How we all know this sort of people who have had a very easy life, and then therefore they kind of take their success for granted, or they kind of like look down on other people who haven't had such an easy start. They are like, oh, why can't you do it? I can do it, you know, the sort of thing. So I think most of us know this kind of persons. So I think it's really cool that Shueling gave him like such a piece of her mind, and she really like told him off. So and she stepped on his foot. So I thought that was funny.
She is totally my type.
Yes, I really like her a lot. Okay, so okay, so thank you, Flo07, for sharing that passage with us. Yeah, I hope I managed to read it okay. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. So this is a book from Scarlet Shine. So this is Mama's Princess is Daddy's Beloved. So it's not contracted yet, but it's already been offered a contract. So this is her book. I've put in the link to it, and sorry, wrong link. Let me delete. Okay, let me put in again. Okay, there you go. Can you guys see the book? Okay, so this is a very cute book. So I'm just going to put in a passage here. I chose this passage to read out. This is from the first chapter. Aisuji, if I'm not wrong, Xue is snow. Is it?
Yeah, that's my real name as well, my Chinese
Oh!
name.
Okay. Okay, so let's just read out. So the woman took her steps towards her little angel, who had planned to become a little small ghostess today. She had draped the duvet over herself and, screaming for the darkness she had enclosed herself into. Yes, I caught a white ghost today, the woman said as she hugged the little body that was still draped. No, no, you got it wrong, Mama. I'm not a ghost, but an angel that's been trapped in this darkness. Help this baby angel to get back into the light, the cute little voice said from within the cover. Oh, is that so? But why should I believe a little devil ghost? The woman asked, still hugging the little body tight in her embrace. She was more like a huggable teddy bear who is better than any soft toy in this world. But I'm not a little devil ghost. I'm an angel ghost. No, I'm just an angel, not even a ghost. The little voice was too soothing to the ears, just like an early blissful melody making the day more beautiful. Okay, so I thought this was really cute. This was really adorable. This is between the mother and her daughter, obviously. So, yeah, Scarlet Shine, you want to just talk to us about this book and this passage? You can either talk in the voice chat or you can type it out. Okay, Scarlet Shine is typing. So yeah, I really found this passage cute. I just thought it was very adorable, and yeah, it really showed the relationship between the mom and the daughter. So it was really cute. Scarlet Shine says, I just wanted to make the little baby look more adorable and loving in the eyes of the reader. Well, you succeeded. I thought it was a really cute passage. I'm sure the rest of us enjoyed it too. I think it works really well, and especially when you have it in the first chapter, you already show the reader, the relationship between the mother and the daughter. So it's really cute. Just let me know you have any final thoughts. Okay. Okay, no problem. Thank you for sharing your passage with us. Okay, so the next one I will read is from Young Brother-in-Law is Now My Husband. So I'm sure all of us know this book, but I'll just put the link here. So this is from chapter 696. Mm. Don't hide my number 20. Okay. So I am going to read this passage. Okay, let me see whether I can fit this all in. I think I need to put 2 screenshots. Yeah, I need to put 2. This is quite a badass passage, by the way. Hang on. And then Tite is next, don't forget. She's going to read out her own passage. Okay. So just Tite, you just get ready, okay? Because you're next. Okay, so I'll just read out. So Jiang Yiyan is the female lead of my novel 20's story. So Jiang Yiyan stood up and Yun Shen led her away towards the coffee table, not noticing this woman had no good intentions in following him and he was asking for trouble. Yun Shen grabbed the wine bottle excitedly while still standing he was eager to get Jiang Yiyan. The thing that made him so confident was the power he held in his hands that the woman in front of him needed so desperately. The moment Jiang Yiyan went to the coffee table, she looked at the fruits and Yun Shen spoke while pouring the wine. I am waiting to eat the fruits cut by Mrs. Lu. Staring at the knife, Jiang Yiyan picked it up as she checked it while running her forefinger along the sharp edge of the knife. Seeing the pretty woman in an amusement, Yun Shen spoke, I think being friendly will benefit both of us. Ah! Smash! There was a loud scream of a man and the sound of a sudden glass break that startled everyone in the room but the butler, who was expecting to hear a nice melody the moment his boss went to the coffee table. Everyone's eyes left wide open, seeing Jiang Yiyan holding a knife in one right hand that had stabbed into Yinshen's stomach on the floor. In the pain, while his hands holding Jiang Yiyan's hand, Yinshen tried to speak. What did you? This is my way of being friendly, said Jiang Yiyan as she let go of the knife that was still stuck in Yinshen's stomach and pushed him back with her left hand. Wow, how badass is this female lead, right? She is so, like, don't mess with her, right? It's like the first time I read it, I was like, wait, did she really stab him? And I had to read like a couple of times, like, oh my god, she really did stab him, you know. So I just thought it was so, like, you know, it was so cool, you know. So, my number 20, you want to talk about this scene? You can talk on the voice note.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
actually, this is the scene I studied for where to stab the knife, where the man won't get hurt much. Later, I searched for like where I can stab him nicely to scare him. You can read further question where she asked the butler, where can I stab him in his kidney or liver? I would like to stab him there just to scare him. Cut was only in a bowel area where intestine just gives space if something is poking there. So you can just see that person normally, but after her dialogues are scary, that man uh, like just spare me, let me go and all that. It was a nice scene. I liked it. She is badass now. She was
Yeah.
innocent, but she is now totally badass.
Okay. Because I think she's trying to protect the Lu family, right?
Yeah, she lost her husband and she is on killing mode now. Revenge
Mm,
mode.
mm. I just loved it because I was like, wait, did she really stab him? I had to read a couple of times to get it. I was like, wow, you know, and then it was like, but you can see that she wasn't trying to kill him. No, she was just trying to scare him. I
Yeah,
think
she
to make a
just
point, right?
stabbed him a little, but after that, you will read the conversation between her and her butler. You will
Uh
find out how cruel she is. Just she
huh.
won't give up easily. Like she scare people with words and all. Won't harm them directly.
Mm.
She's dangerous with her words and the way she acts. You should read further conversation. You will laugh.
Okay, you want me to continue reading?
No. Means you personally, if you would like to read, then you can read after that.
Sure, no problem. I'll do that. Okay. So Tite is saying that because Tite wanted to actually read out her own passage, but I think she's driving or on the road or something, so she sent it to me. So I will just paste it here and I will read out. Just give me a second. And since today we have quite a short session, I think Kit Kat, you mentioned you wanted to read out your passage too, and Isuji wanted to read out her confession or something. So yeah, you can just send it to me. I will put it in the chat, and then I will read it out. Okay? Or you guys can read it out too. Up to you. It's your choice. I'm very nice. Shut up, Cindy. Okay. So this is Tite's passage. So her breath was hoarse. The chains tying her tiny frame were heavy, and she could feel them cutting through her pale skin. The burden of those chains would have broken down anyone physically. Yet she stood there with arrogance in her eyes and pride in her heart. Everyone looked at her with contempt, but she did not care. She reveled in their hatred for her. And most of all, she hated that man standing in front of her. Shrouded in the finest gown with a crown of gold on his head, the young emperor stood there, staring down at her like a hawk. His face held no pity nor any sort of recognition for her. Instead, he looked down on her as if she was trash. Her lips curled into a smile. What happened, dear husband of mine? She sneered. Are you not going to acknowledge your wife? Wang Shina, he thundered. The crimes you stand accused of are grave and unforgivable. This is your last chance to repent. Repent and sorry. Repent and confess to your crimes so that we can spare your life and your family at least. Family? She questioned harshly. She, the empress of the country, stood there in an old white garb. They took away her fine jewelry and her expensive clothes, only to replace them with this white rug. They thought it would wither her down, make her somber. Little did they know they could rip her cloth They could rip off her clothes, but not her pride. What family? She asked in a sarcastic tone. The family which sold me to you? The family which only used me as a tool to gain power and favor in your eyes? They're not my family. Okay, so this is another badass female lead. I'm really liking her a lot. Okay, so we can tell a lot from this passage. That she is obviously she's on trial for something. She's being accused of something, and they're putting her on, like, they are sort of like, um uh they are putting her on trial, and then the emperor is like looking down at her and like looking at her. What? Sorry, what was that?
I think it was just background.
Oh, okay. Thought somebody was shouting in excitement over the story. Okay, anyway, yeah. So yeah, TT is a really good passage. Thank you for sharing it with us. If you are not busy driving, do you want to share your thoughts on this passage, like what you were thinking when you wrote it, or like some background? Yes. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. So TT is saying it's basically a reincarnation fantasy. Yes, I love reincarnation too. So is it something like those novels where the male and female lead, they know each other in like modern life, and then but they also like knew each other back in the olden times, and then they reincarnated together? Cindy, shut up. I love shouting abuse at Cindy. This is so fun. So Tite is saying that the female lead, Sheena slash Cherry, is on trial for a crime and she gets cursed. Okay. She gets cursed to become an old woman by day and or back to herself at night. Okay. Wow, this is an interesting curse.
Is it something like true love will only break this curse or something?
Yes, TTA, we want to know the answer. And she'll not die until she repents and fulfills her fate. Okay. So it's not a case of true love, I guess, but more like correcting her mistakes or something. Okay, so Tite says she lives for almost 500 plus years, and she, in her last year, ends up meeting the reincarnations of her husband and his mistress. Ooh, that sounds so spicy. Only twist is her husband is now in love with her. Okay, this is so interesting. So the mistress will be tossed to the side, right? Is she the villainess that you're talking about, by the way? Like, I think you posted a review saying that your readers really hated your villain. Is that her? Is that the mistress? Ah! This is so cool. And the previous incarnation of her husband is helping his current self. Okay, this is so cool. Seriously, I really, really like the plot of this. Okay. Oh, I am such a sucker for these plots. Where like there's like two different incarnations of the same character, and then the past self is helping the future self and stuff like that. So yeah, that yes, Kit Kat, I love that too. That's really cool. Okay. Sorry if I get quiet because I'm actually sort of like toggling between DMs with you guys. Okay, so thank you, Tite, for sharing that. That was really, really cool. I think all of us really want to read your novel now. So you should share the link here. And yeah, let me just post Kit Kat's passage now. Okay, this is star-crossed. Okay, so this is under Qianyi or Chloe, if I'm not wrong. I think it's under Chloe, right? Okay, so anyway, yes, it's a really good novel. We read it. Okay, so this is Kit Kat's Passage. Kit Kat, which book is this from? It's Tie Him to Me. Okay. Let me just find the.
Am I
So
back?
yep. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It went silent. I thought I was disconnected. It's okay.
Oh, okay. No, because yeah, sorry if I get quiet, it's because you guys are all DMing me, so I'm just trying to toggle between that and make sure I don't miss anything.
I see.
Okay. So this is a passage from Kit Kat's book, Tie Him to Me. Okay, so I'll just read it. Kit Kat, I'll just read this, okay, because I know you sent me two, but just trying to be fair to everybody, so we'll just keep it at the same length. So this is the first page. He was curious what could be going on, and cautious because this was Saint, King of Terrors, Master of 1,000 demands, being sweet and kind, so often lately that he was pretty sure this was the real Saint and the other one was a hoax. Or maybe they were both him. He couldn't tell anymore. All he knew that he was falling for both sides of this crazy man. And when he did stuff like this, when he acted this way, he thought the world was truly, utterly cruel and wonderful at the same time. How can you give so much and then still withhold as much as you gave? Are you a demon sent to make me long for you until the day I think the day I die, right? Okay. Why can't you just tell me your feelings already? I need your words. I know what your mouth says. I know what it says on paper, and I can see it in your eyes sometimes, but you won't admit it. Why won't you admit it to me, to yourself, to anyone? Saint smiled gently. Fireflies can't migrate, and to remove them from their habitat would be sealing them to a fate of death. I wanted you to see what it would be like. I wanted you to feel that magic. But fireflies are dying for many reasons in the world, and we need them in our ecosystem. So even though I could capture a few and bring them to you, or fly you to see them in the off chance they may be active, I wanted you to have this, to experience it. Because taking you someplace to see them would be bad. It could harm them, and could also be a colossal waste of time. Because fireflies don't light up every single night. In fact, there are even some fireflies that never light up, but the ones that do, Hart repeated softly, they are magical, like this, Saint said, motioning around them. Did you know the light they bring to this world is the purest form of light? There's nothing in the world that shines like they do because they gave off 100% of the light they produce. If they were huge, their light would be the brightest you have ever seen. It is only because they are tiny that they seem so dim. Okay, so yeah, this is a really gorgeous passage. I think yes, Isuji put 100 marks. Yes, I agree. So obviously they're not just talking about fireflies. It's a very very sweet analogy for something else, right? So Kit Kat, you want to just talk about this passage?
Sure. So this is a scene where there's been like this push and pull. So the whole idea of this book is that there's gods in this world, and fate has tied the red string of fate between these two, bringing them together when they never would have met before. And so there's this undeniable instant chemistry that they can't figure out why they need each other so badly, and it's because of the string on Heart's ankle that is like tying them to each other, hence the title. And so they both have like this passionate desire for each other, but Saint won't admit it because of a pain that's from his past. And so Heart is begging for him, like he's begging for him just to admit the feelings inside his heart and to let it go. And Saint is willing to like give Heart the world, but not willing to accept and move forward and confess to him. And so without saying the words, this is like his confession of how much he cares without ever saying the words, because he can't force himself to say the words without first explaining his heart to Heart.
Okay. Is I think how you wrote this scene, I think it's really beautiful because you use the firefly analogy, and I think it really came across well because I think all of us got it. Like, sometimes like when you try something and then the readers don't get it, they're like, I don't understand, what does it mean, and then you're sort of like, oh, it didn't, it didn't get through. But I think this one was very clear, and at the same time you sort of like let Saint express himself, but at the same time also protect himself. So yeah, he wasn't really like, yeah, because I think it makes him really vulnerable, right? To lay his heart so bare. So you kind of gave him an avenue to do it, right? And at the same time, yeah, like keep his vulnerability intact, right?
Yeah, yeah, because he's been holding on to the walls that protect him for years. Like since he was a
Yeah.
small child of like 5 years old, he's been holding on to these walls that protect him from caring and loving someone too deeply, and then he's just gotta let it go. And so this is kind of him realizing inside himself and accepting it and admitting it to not only Hart but people around him. So it's a really beautiful scene.
Thank you for sharing this with us. I really enjoyed it, and I don't know whether this is worth mentioning, but I'm writing a BL fan fiction as well, and actually my two main characters are kind of in the same situation as Hart and Sane, as in one is like Hart, like he's already said I love you like 100 times, and the other one who's like Sane, he's also like he's kind of protecting himself. He hasn't really said I love you to anyone yet, so yeah, and the guy who is like Hart is like waiting for him to say it. So I'm saving it for his birthday. So yeah. So yeah, that's but anyway, yeah, thank you for sharing that's really beautiful. Thank you. And in fact, all your passages today, I really enjoyed all of them. They're really great. Thank you so much. um and I have one more from ICG to share. So this is like she mentioned it's a confession from her male lead to her female lead. Am I right?
Yeah, so the story is like I wrote the chapter, but I didn't know where to put this in, so I put it in the author's notes.
Hmm. Okay. So I'll just you want to read out the confession or you want me to read it?
I can't read confessions. Please help me read it.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So in Isuji's book, Love Journal, Scarlett is the female lead and Edward is the male lead. So this is his confession letter to her. To Scarlett, the most beautiful and awkward person in this world. I fell in love with you twice before I realized that you were one and the same. I liked you as Frost with your honesty and strong sense of justice, standing up against the cyber bullies. I liked your kindness when you gave the rule breakers a second chance. Then I fell in love with you all over again as Scarlett when I found out that you liked black coffee too and debated over movies with me. Nobody else will watch movies the same way I do except you, and I think I'll be lonely without a movie partner for marathon nights. I know I was wrong to not tell you the truth, but I was scared. Scared that you didn't like me too. However, I decided to put my fears away to let you know today how I truly feel. I'm done with being a coward, so here goes nothing. I think I'm in love with you, Scarlett. Won't you be my girlfriend? Edward Bayan. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, it's such a lovely confession.
I wrote this so many times based on
Hmm.
Pinterest, based on all those social media things, and it doesn't work. So, yeah, this is the final version.
Hmm. I think it's really nice. How did your readers react to it?
I don't know. I don't think they ever read author's notes, so it's their loss.
Oh yeah, it's their loss completely. Like this is really sweet, and I like how it is very based in reality, as in like it is not like oh I promise you the undying stars and blah 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 and whatever. It's not like fancy. It's actually very rooted in reality because he fell in love with her obviously when because she has her online persona and then also he knows her offline, right?
Mm.
So the fact that he sees the two different facets of her and he sort of like reconciled them together already and like he realized that they're both the same person and he loves both aspects of her. I think I think it's I really like this kind of romance where the one person realizes that like all these different pieces of this person makes one whole person and they're willing to accept everything about that person, like whether it's the good or the bad or whatever. And yeah, I think the fact that he can actually pinpoint what he likes about her. So I think it is really it is quite real, I would say, as in like because I witnessed like my friends proposing to their spouses or whatever, and then when they do this kind of confession for real, they do say this kind of things like, oh, I love it when you take care of me when I'm sick, and that time you brought me the chicken soup. Like they can actually name specific instances where things happen between them. So I like that Edward does this with Scarlett. So yeah, I think this is fantastic, and thank you so much for sharing this with us.
The irony is, I wrote this after I broke up.
Oh, okay. So yeah, my number 20. So anyway, my number 20 was saying that you can meet our content editors. Well, actually, if any of you visit Singapore and you want to come and see the web novel office, like for a tour, I actually told TK this, so but this goes out to you guys as well. Any of you want to visit Singapore when this whole COVID thing is over, and then you want to you can. I'm happy to bring you for a tour of the office and bring you out for dinner. So yeah, just let me know if you're coming to Singapore. So it stands for everybody. So okay. Kalenka / Hermione wants to read something too. So okay, I think maybe we have time for one more before we play the game. So hang on. So this is from Kalenka's book, Possessive CEO. Hang on. Yes, Aisuji, you can get a tour too once we are allowed to return to the office. So hang on. So Hermione, do you want to read this out or you want me to read it out? Okay. All right. Let me just get the link to Hermione's book. Sorry, Possessive Love by Powerful Billionaire CEO. Sorry. My mind is not here today. So this is Kalenka / Hermione's book. Okay. So Helios is the male lead and Arya is the female lead. What brings you here, little tigress? Said Helios with a smile. Haha! Looking at her angry expression, she must have learned something. Seems like you're not that stupid, thought Helios with a smirk. Arya kept staring at him. Why do you keep looking at me? Said Helios. Then he got up from his seat and went near Arya. Are you so mesmerized by my handsome looks? Said Helios, and saw that she was still looking at him. What? You want to touch me? Said Helios jokingly with a seductive expression. Arya stayed silent for a moment and then looked at him. Yeah, I sure wanna, said Arya with an extremely angry expression. And with all her force, she threw a powerful kick between Helios' legs. Helio felt like a lightning had struck him. Immense pain was coming from his lower body and made him get down on his knees. You're so dead, said Helios with anger and pain. Heh, you shouldn't have messed with me if you didn't want to suffer, said Arya with a strong presence and anger boiling within her. Okay, this is so funny. I like this passage a lot. So our male lead got kicked in the balls. Yes. Hermione, you want to talk about this scene? What did he do?
Well, he kissed her like that because Arya is just like a little tigress. She's a really rebellious character.
Okay. Oh my god, that was so funny.
I have to be sincere. With this chapter, I earned like 4,000 new subscribers to my book.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
with this chapter.
with this chapter because it was so funny. Like it has almost reached 100 comments.
Wow. Okay.
I was amazed at the beginning because I thought that people may take it wrong, may take it like he won't have kids anymore, and that was the main concerns of the readers.
Oh, I love this. Wait, did you say that you got 4,000 subscribers for this chapter?
Yeah, I was
my
so
God.
surprised. Yeah, I was so surprised when I saw those like where is the stars, that place with the stars? Yeah, from 5,000 to 8,400 new readers.
Oh my god. So Tite is asking question, are his balls all right?
Yeah. It's really common. It was so funny. One asked me, one wrote a comment that really left me like a big impression. She said that I laughed so hard that my mom came in rushing. She thought I was crazy. And after this, another one wrote to me, Kalensa, thank you for this awesome book. Even my mom and dad have started to read it and have become addicted to it.
Wow, that's so cool.
I'm so happy about it. I'm glad I wrote this chapter. I laugh every
Yes.
time I read it myself.
I think the reason why it works, right, is because like Helios was really being arrogant. He was like, "What? You want to have more of me? Like you can't get enough of me?" And Arya was just looking at him like very innocently, and then suddenly she just kicks him without any warning.
Just straight to the point, a straightforward girl, but a bit stupid sometimes.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for sharing it. It was really very funny. So yeah, I'm glad that you got a lot of people who liked it. So yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so thanks everybody for sharing your passages today. I really enjoyed them all, and yeah, I think oh, we are almost an hour already, so let's just play the quick game, and then we can just like move on. So okay, this game actually is not really to do with your book titles; it's more to do with our web novel. So let me see whether I can live stream the screen. Hang on a second. Let me see. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see the screen.
Yep, crosswords.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a crossword with just web novel terms and writing terms. Okay. So can you guys guess?
Vampire.
Vampire.
Okay. Correct. Okay. So what about number 6?
Troll
What?
comments.
Well, you're quite close.
EXP.
What some readers write for free EXP? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 letters.
Thanks.
Review.
Yes. Review.
Oh.
Okay.
Never seen that.
Number 7. Something.
Cliffhangers.
Yes. Well done. Okay. Number 8.
Where it is
The-
happening, I don't know. Wait, Linda. Where are you posting? I'm confused.
Editor. Woo.
Editor. Yes. Okay. Wait, who's confused? Somebody's confused.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm Dreamash. Where are you?
Oh, hello. Hi. Okay, so we are playing a
Hi.
game now.
Dreamesh is always confused.
No, Ella. No, shut up. You also asked the
Nothing
same
new.
question.
Nothing new. Tell me
No,
something
Okay.
who is
different.
saying? She also
Okay.
asked the same question.
Okay, those who don't see it.
I know where it is. I found it, but my network is slow.
Okay, those who don't see
No,
it.
I'm still confused.
Because of rain, my network is slow.
Those who don't
Can
see
you?
it, live stream. There is there. It's there.
Yeah, you can go to the live stream.
Roll.
Okay, so
you're
number 9, the main character of your story.
Male lead.
Handsome, but it's too long for that.
I can't see it.
CEO.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. It starts with a P.
Protagonist.
Yes.
Protagonist.
Correct. Protagonist.
My network sucks.
Okay, so number 11 is a promotion for your novel.
Feature.
You guys always ask for this. Yes.
Yeah, no.
Okay, number 13, the app you use to chat with other authors.
Discord.
Yes.
Discord.
Okay. So number 1 down, a web novel that was originally in Chinese.
Translations now.
Yes.
Translation? Wow.
Yeah. There we go.
I can't see.
I thought you were
Whoa.
meaning like we had to give you a title of one. I was like, oh god. There's
No, this is very simple because the next one will be very difficult. I mean, and the next one is not today. The next one will be, I'm just testing it out today. So if this works today, the next one will be way more difficult with specifically about you guys. Okay, anyway. So number 2, the person,
Reader.
yes,
Editor.
Yeah.
editor too. Yes, that works too. So okay.
web novel. Web novel.
Web novel.
Yes,
Web
you
novel.
guys are
Easy.
good. Okay, Number 5, the thing that
Mass
makes both you and
release.
Alita want to cry
Last
Random.
chapter.
Kidding.
Right.
is 1, 2, 3, 4,
Update.
5, 6, 7, 8. 8 letters.
No, not
Is
update.
it update?
Nope, nope.
No,
No, no, no, no.
Haters? No.
Never mind.
no,
Hint.
Supporter? No.
nope.
Hiatus.
You want a hint?
Deadlines.
No.
Deadlines. That would be.
Okay, let's do the other two first. The other two are easier. Okay, so number 10, a story about love.
Romance.
Romance.
Yay! Hang on, let me type this in.
Werewolf. Werewolf.
Werewolf. Okay, yes. Damn it, you guys are too good. Okay, so what's the last one?
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna. It starts with a C.
Oh.
We see.
Content.
You are very close. You are very, very close.
Contract.
Contract.
We
Hey,
all
well done, guys.
faster.
Wow, I can't believe I found it.
It's 1 in the morning. I'm allowed to forget one.
Okay, well done, guys. Well done. Okay, so this was just a test run. So the next one, I will make it way more difficult.
That
And
was so fun.
yes, and the person who gets them all will get something.
Ooh, yay.
Nitro.
Nitro,
Yeah.
Starbucks. Yeah, which one you
I
want?
want I want to use a bouncy cat emoji. So yeah, Nitro.
All right, Nitro, sure, no problem. Next one, okay, which is so just a reminder, guys. Next Friday is Singapore's public holiday. It's our election day, so there will be no voice chat on that day. But however, there will be a writing seminar on the 8th, which is the Wednesday. So there'll be a writing seminar then. So you get to hear our lovely voices still. We'll be talking about genres. So the different genres, what are they about? So you hear all the editors talk, and then we'll just like advise because a lot of uncontracted authors, especially, are putting the books in the wrong genre. So we just need to guide them a bit. You guys generally have no problem, but yeah, this is just more for them. And the next voice chat will be on the 17th. So we will have games again. Do you guys want to do passages also? Sudden silence. No passages? Okay, we'll just see how it goes. So the next topic will be the one that we voted for since there was an even split. So we will do the title and synopsis and cover thing. So we actually have noticed different things. So I'll be sharing you guys what the editors found and what works the best. So yes. Okay, Tite says she wants passages. Okay, yes. So we will include that as well. Anybody who wants to read out their passage or you want me to read out your passage, just DM me and let me know. I'll put you in the roster and then we'll
Sure.
read out. Okay. And yeah, thanks for everyone who shared today. It was really fun. And thanks for asking your questions. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the web novel at the writing seminar on Wednesday, and I'll see you guys on the 17th of July. Okay. All right, so thank you for coming, guys. It was really fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Linda. Bye.